semi-final here, one of them, and we will just have to wait and see which team it will be. Here are the two teams. Well, they're both in blue, Brent, but I think they're recognizable.
Yeah, just a tad. little lighter shade here and there of blue, but of course a good representation of blue. With Hans, of course, we talked a little bit about the history of both programs and the type of players, both on a national level that they would have produced. And there has to be, within both teams, a want and a desire to emulate some of the great Intercol runs of both Arima and El Dorado. Of course, Arima was known as Arima Senior Comprehensive back then, Colin, and El Dorado was El Dorado's Senior Secondary. Of course, one was still is the Dynamos, and the other Blue Thunder.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see which of these two teams there are the officials. Of course, the referee is Quincy Williams, and the officials Cadwell Orr and Noel Moore are the assistant 1 and 2. So it's the Blue Thunder in the lighter blue, and the Arima. Well, here are the highlights of this game. Really a truly wonderful game, as the first shot coming to Blake, just getting his hand to that, and it goes out of play. So there is Votor. This was the penalty. He created a lot of problems. He went down. The penalty was then given.
Of course, a save and then encroachment. And that there, you thought that the fortunes for El Dorado would change. Start of the second half. Ball into the back, less than convincing from Diaz. In a spade of missed jumps and miscues by him, cleared off the line. Eventually there by Arima North, as El Dorado West started, Colin, to get more and more involved in the game.
Okay, you're good there. You're good there. Yes, and I'll make it a shot coming, and just couldn't understand where Diaz was going.
And this was the chance as well.
Yeah.
Done well, Diaz.
Yeah, he did well here, no doubt. And then the shot coming from Gulstan, but would have been better served playing it. And a save there from Blake. Just going over the bar.
Spilled there, but this was the chance, Colin.
Yeah, should have put it
in the back of it, yeah.
They spill from Diaz.
And there's your man, Castle,
what a
driving
shot.
Forward.
What a shot.
Blazing that over the bar. He just felt that that might take over. Of course, the end of full time meant penalty kicks.
That's right. And we had some in the penalty kicks. The save there from Diaz. That was one of two saves. Votor. That's a good save from Blake.
And you thought there, El Dorado was on their way.
And then,
but here comes Diaz with the big hands.
Yep, Blake missed it as well. And then Jurity scoring the goal that has put Arima North into the semi-finals. And you have to say, congratulations to them. They withstood some late pressure from El Dorado East. But really and truly, you have to say that they have done well. Here is the stats.
Well, the stats says that there were 5 shots by Arima North Secondary, 3 of those on target, 6 by El Dorado East Secondary, 2 of those on target, 17 fouls altogether in this game. 7 went to Arima North Secondary and 10 went to El Dorado East. Of course, 2 cards in the game. Both of them went to El Dorado East Secondary. 2 offsides. 1 to Arima North Secondary, 1 to El Dorado Sec. 4 corners for Arima North Sec, 1 for El Dorado East Secondary. 5 saves in total, 2 to Arima North Secondary and 3 to Dorado East Secondary. And the most important stat of all, Arima North Secondary 4, 3 goals to Dorado East Secondary as we send it down to Hans Defeats.
So nobody would disagree that the man of the match today should be Isaiah Diaz, goalkeeper of Arima North Secondary School. He's being medaled right now by Kurt Harry, who is actually the secondary school's Football League secretary of the East Zone. Our man of the match, Isaiah Diaz of Arima North Secondary School. It was definitely a game of keepers and the crowd goes wild. Isaiah, congratulations. Here is your trophy as well. Tell me about some of the saves today. What was going through your mind?
It worked very hard. I like to my head coach for making me read this, what I get here today.
Yeah. Well, listen. I mean, I know there's nerves, I know there's excitement, but everybody wants to know. Tell us about the goggles as well.
I just all my mom and my head coach for buying this for me. Just like to thank God.
Wow. So listen, the head coach really put in the extra work. So we say thank you to all the coaches that put in the extra work, and we say congratulations to you, Isaiah Diaz. Fantastic job today, and we look forward to more from Arima North Secondary School. We are here at the Larry Gomes